So I'm sitting at my desk at work the other day, and you know how you get those random screensavers, and they're always like, here's a place you'll never be able to afford to visit, right? It's always like that, right?
Anyway, turned out it was the village of Phyra on the Greek island of Santorini.
I'll put a picture up of it.
This gorgeous town of whitewashed buildings built on volcanic rock. North of the village is this huge gated mansion connected by this winding white road. Just offensively beautiful.
I normally don't get pulled in by the screensaver images, but this one was really interesting. So I Googled it and I clicked on one of the first links, and immediately I got a pop-up, book a trip.
It made me wonder how many people are currently on a life altering vacation because they accidentally clicked a pretty picture while goofing off during a meeting at work. Like, well, Carol, it all started when my laptop went idle.
Next thing I knew, I was in the Cayman Islands, right? Anyway, I chuckled at the notion of book a trip. And were I not in the middle of upgrading the flat screens on my Learjet, I might have considered it. I mean, folks, I didn't realize that when I made the move to charcoal gray upholstery in the lounge, it was going to make the bar look so much less inviting. I mean, I try to go for Tony Stark here, not G.W. Bush. People, come on.
At any rate, maybe it's because all his movies were on Netflix this month, but the first thing I thought of, seeing that house on the top of the hill, got me thinking that's obviously where James Bond arch nemesis lives. We've seen quite a few Bond movies and even read some of the books, so let's just say we've noticed a pattern or two.
I'll start off with an obvious one. What's up with all the rough sex? Every episode, he's got to pin some starlet to the wall, like he's frisking a perp, tugging down the throat, bow ties flying off, cufflinks. Pew. I mean, come on, people. We don't fuck like that.
I would love to hear one of his nymphs go, "Oh, that's my ear."
Asshole. Yeah, totally.
So, yes, we're very aggressive in the bedroom, but not so much when we're meeting with the bad guy, who is usually a white dude in a black turtleneck stroking a judgmental cat. His main gig is monopolizing the Nigerian water supply or something like that.
You see, Bond's first step is to give them a fake name, which never works because apparently MI6 has the worst secret keeping of any government agency in the world. And Tsar Socrates Drachenblut absolutely knows that his name is not James Binder. He might as well leave an alias of Harpo Marx while he's at it. In any case, we don't see the rough side of Bond in this environment. With the arch villain, we need to pin wits, a golf game, poker tournament, tennis match, a sort of chess match that shows how clever and enormously well-bred Bond is. Here's one I always wanted, a spelling bee. When it's over and Bond wins, he swirls his brandy and just says, "Don't feel bad, Laurent." But the irony isn't lost on me that apropos is a French word.
The Miss Money Penny bit never seems to change. Here is a woman with a rare talent for reaching out to Bond only when he's mid shag,
Hmm.
like she's a sexual smoke detector. The bit never got old, apparently, because they still have her in the newest films. Bond answers the phone in bed with some starlet. Moneypenny says, "James, I've been trying to get a hold of you all day." Then he says something cute like, "I was exposing a cover up." To which the little vixen has to say something like, "You mean you were removing my bathing suit top?" Which Miss Moneypenny hears and remarks, "Your cover up sounds interesting, James."
It's the same shtick every time. So she tells him that a bomb's going to go off somewhere, and the little minx says something very predictable like, "Well, it was going to go off before you interrupted us." And then Bond ends the conversation by telling Moneypenny he'll be there in 10 minutes, hangs up, and then goes, "Let's make it 20." I mean, same every time. The silver Aston Martin car is nothing if not impressive. I always wondered if he didn't ask the Q team something like this. Yes, the machine gun highlights, or should I do it in a Bond voice? Yes, the machine gun highlights and ejector seat both come in handy, but how about a cup holder? I mean, one click and it converts to a submarine, which is surprisingly difficult to navigate when I spill coffee all over my crotch.
Seems like he's far less gadgety now. It used to be there wasn't a problem. A laser lapel pin or an exploding wristwatch couldn't get you out of. But times change. Maybe when the DoorDash guy ends up being a Japanese hitman, he could just Venmo him to death. "Thanks for the service, friend. For your tip, how's the decapitation sound?"
Yes, here's your change, sir.
The man can handle his alcohol. One vodka martini, and I lose feeling in the left side of my face. This man, he can down five and then immediately navigate a wheat thresher through crate and barrel without breaking a glass. Is this the whole secret of shaken, not stirred?
Anyone can kill, but it takes a special gentleman to do it with just the right one-liner. I mean, not every finishing school graduate can rack up a body count. Do you ever wonder what he did to get from 006 to 007? My guess would be that he learned how to drown a man in a public toilet 1 minute and then choose the best beluga caviar the next. One more thing on the Aston Martin, right? Remember the show Mythbusters? They were going to do a Bond version. They did do a Bond version, and they wanted to get an Aston Martin that they could use and like put the machine guns on and stuff, right? Just to get the shell, no engine, no wheels, no nothing, was over $100,000.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's how expensive that car is.